Hello everyone, I am Anirudha Pandey and I have secured All India rank 64 in UPSC Civil Services Exam 2022. This was my fourth attempt. In my first attempt in 2019, I could not qualify prelims. In my second attempt in 2020, I could not qualify mains, and in my third attempt again I could not qualify mains, and in my fourth attempt this was my first interview and I got 64th rank. So in this video I will try to share my strategy of prelims, mains and interview. For prelims I relied more on static subjects because the paper is getting more and more uncertain, and the best way I think to tackle the uncertainty is to have a strong static foundation, for which I refer to the standard textbooks such as Lakshmikant for Polity or Spectrum for Modern History or 11th and 12th NCERT for Geography and so on. After revising these books multiple times, I also focused on current affairs, for which I used to read the newspaper daily for around 1.5 to 2 hours. And I also referred to yearly compilations of current affairs just before the prelims, because I was giving pre and mains repetitively, so there was not enough time for me to refer to monthly magazines. So I referred to yearly compilations of current affairs. After current affairs, I also used to focus on writing tests for prelims because it helps hone the skills of elimination and solve the questions in a time-bound manner. So I used to solve around 30 to 40 tests before the real exam. And this can vary from person to person. I know people who solve 100 tests and pass the exam, and I know people who solve only 5 and they also pass the exam. So it can vary from person to person, but I used to solve around 30 to 40 tests. And after the tests, current affairs and static, the fourth thing was PYQ, because many themes from PYQs are repeated in the exam. So if I used to study the last 5 years PYQs thoroughly, I even used to research on the options that were wrong on Google, because that helps you give a direction in which the questions can be asked and have been asked repetitively. After all this, in prelims, the CSAT is becoming more and more important. In the last 2 years, CSAT has been very difficult. So I would suggest that you should firstly solve previous year questions and then practice some tests, so that CSAT means you can easily sail through the CSAT exam. So that was my strategy for prelims. After prelims, for mains, I used to make topic-wise notes. I made notes of every topic in the syllabus. And before making these notes, I referred to the previous year questions to understand what kind of questions are being asked by UPSC. After understanding that, I used to Google these topics or use study materials of one or another coaching to make my own notes. And after making these notes, I used to do value addition from newspaper as well as yearly current affairs compilation, so that my notes had both static as well as dynamic portion. And I used to revise these notes multiple times, and I used to practice answer writing. I tried to practice daily answer writing, but I could not implement it very much. So I tried to write tests. I used a lot of tests from forum. Also, I used MGP. I used MGP in 2021 as well as 2022. And I gave all the 8 tests, I think. So, and even the solutions which you get of these tests, you can do value addition from those solutions to your notes as well. So that was the answer writing component and the note making component of the mains exam, which I think these are the 2 main planks on which your mains preparation rests. And after mains preparation, when we talk about interview, I thoroughly prepared my DAF and key points in depth such as the home state and home city and hobbies and educational background. All these things I prepared. And for current affairs, apart from newspapers, I also attended the current affairs classes. I found them quite useful because the opinions he used to give the pros, cons and conclusion in a very short format, which was easily implementable. And I gave around 15 to 20 mocks, and I took one-to-one session with Ayush sir at ForumIAS as well, which I found was very helpful. And apart from mocks and one-to-one sessions and the DF, I also refer to 3 newspapers daily, because I believe that current affairs play a significant role in interview preparation, and I used to read newspapers for around 4 to 5 hours just before, 1 month before my actual interview. So these were the things that I did for interview. So I hope my video benefits some of the aspirants in some way. Thank you very much.